Toxicity is here. I know I'm probably the last to use it, but I'm gonna use it best. No, I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see. But we're gonna be using Toxicity today. Shout out to Savoros. Speaking of Savoros, which is one of the Academy competitive heads, so you know, the one of the people in charge of all things competitive, primarily when it comes to OU, to make sure that you get the results you want in the shortest time possible. Speaking of which, and getting results, King of the Hill, a tournament we host every week. Shout outs to Sergio. He's the head, as you see right here, King of the Hill head. He heads this massive organization here, and if it weren't for him, we wouldn't have this. And so it's a tournament. You definitely want to join. The link will be in the description down below. Click join and sign up, and it's going to be on Saturday. I keep telling them to put it in Eastern time, but or asking rather, but yeah, they're used to. So I'm not sure what 0 GMT would be in Eastern, but either way, we're going to be on our Psychic Partners account here. I kind of just stole this from Joey, truth be told, at this point. And so Tinglu, interesting. I was looking at this team, I was like, this shit is Garg fodder. I noticed people have stopped respecting Garganico, maybe because they think people have gotten used to it. I might destroy this guy with Garg if I'm feeling it, just to make a point. But assuming, let's see, can really body with my heavy duty boost Hex Bolt. Look at his team in Hex Bolt. Nothing for that. Toxicity is a non-factor with the Tingle around. That should be very easy to get rid of. As far as the Terra goes, what am I? Terra Steel? Okay. Interesting. I'm not gonna Terra. I don't need it. I don't think I need the Terra on Toxicity either, since I'm so slow. Corviknight shuts down everything. Yeah, that's probably why he has a Magnezone. Gastrodon is almost impossible for him to kill. Literally. Especially if I can force him to Terra, and then the Skeledirge is essentially a non-factor. Gastrodon is near impossible to KO. So our goal in life is to body that Corviknight early. Corviknight, Garchomp, Flower Trick. So phase 1 is going to involve this. Now he may hard switch out into Corby. I find that people assume this is Focus Sash 3 times out of 10. 3 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10. That's a very low probability. So that's the only reason I'm play roughing here. Trick, if he sees, so one of the, so looking forward in like a risk versus reward standpoint, let's say it goes to Corviknight here. I do happen to have Trick on this, which is going to be a huge asset later on. So if he goes to Corviknight first, it's going to condition him into assuming that I'm always going to go for, I'm banded for one, because you can see the damage, or more or less. And he's going to be like, well, this Meowscarada is going to be a problem in the future, so I'm always going to switch my Corviknight in it, which will allow me to Trick and free up. And we just did discuss how problematic the Corviknight would be, assuming that, yeah, so Sash. Okay, now banded play rough is a non-set, so watch this be Terra Grass. It's a non-existent set, so do I want to play around with Terra Grass here? I mean, he went to Magnezone when I have a Gastrodon. Like, make that make sense. So let's find out. Terra Grass. Yep. How did I know? I literally just said it. I was like, I bet he has Terra Grass. Now I didn't know that was an actual thing. I literally just thought, I've been doing this for a minute. Something in my core was like, Terra Grass shit's coming out, jam. Be careful. That's fine though. So this is where we go into the trick stuff. So the conditions we want met are met. We just talked about this. I don't have U-turn, which is unusual. This is a very unusual Meowscarada. And so this is where things are going to start getting wavy. Let's see how I want to do this. So we're in a Pulse positioning is phenomenal on the U-turn. Sure, I take a bit of damage. If I want anything else, because I know Pulse going to lure in Tingle, which I want. This allows for us to Will-O-Wisp, which is going to benefit us tremendously in the late game, as you're going to see with Toxicity. So phase 1, from a you can't switch in standpoint. So heavy slams, that shit is banded as shit. Good God, that boy banded as hell. So this is perfect. Toxicity about to eat. Toxicity about to eat good. That has to be banded. You did fucking, yeah, you did like 300,000 to me, man. What would be? There's no boom burst switching, so there's no reason not to. I actually forgot that I'm not. It doesn't matter, but it does matter. I should have went for the electric stab there. I literally forgot. I don't know why he did this. So I get the Magnezone. It's impossible for him to be faster than me unless he's Choice Scarf. I don't understand. I'm still outside of range of Skeledirge. I could VS, but the damage on this I should not be able to die to any one hit from Skeledirge. And I really need the Skeledirge weakened. Yeah, that did nothing. What? Torch Song. Doesn't this? What does Punk Rock do? I think Punk Rock has a secondary effect. Does it weaken sound moves against you? Punk Rock. It never occurs but that did way too little. I think it has a secondary effect. Yeah. Pokemon receives high damage from sound. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Toxicity had that Skeledirge looking like a fool. So I haven't terrored yet, primarily because I knew this would come. I knew this day would come. In fact, I don't think he should be able to even one-shot me with any move. Obviously my fucking Garganacl wins. So it's not like... I'm really tempted to just Sludge Bomb me. I don't think he should be... If he has Psyshock, perhaps. But if he's a typical T-Bolt Moon, he has to have Moonblast. I guess he could have 3 attacks. Sometimes they run Psyshock. Corviknight's purpose is literally to beat this. So, I mean, if you stay in, do I want to keep this? It wins. I can't go hard Corby though. On the odd chance he just randomly Thunderbolts. I mean, a lot of things win, truth be told. My pole wins. My Meowscarada does not win. This can't be the Corviknight. I'm actually gonna sack the Meowscarada here. So he doubles out trying to catch my Corviknight, which is funny because I was just gonna stay in there. So bro feels duped. Because his plan didn't work. But I'm not mad at that play. The only problem with it is even if he trapped my Corviknight there, you gave up your speed boost, so my Dragonite was about to just snack on you, just snack on him. So yeah, that was a very interesting decision. Part of me wishes I flexed on him with the Terra Grass, because it just, when I see a person do something, one, I assume, because Pokemon's a game of assumptions. Right, because you never go into a game knowing exactly what the opponent has. You're making assumptions based on what the Pokemon has used in the past versus you. So you go in and you're expecting bulky Corviknight, you're expecting all kinds of things, but you never truly know. But yeah, so since it's a game of assumption, I go, and if he goes zone and I have the best zone counter in the game in a damn Gastrodon, I know unless he's new to the game, there has to be some trickery up the sleeve. And so I could have countered for that. The only reason I went to zone is, Gastrodon, I knew if he did Terra Grass and kill me, I wouldn't lose the game. If it was a game losing play, I wouldn't have made it. Okay, so that being said, I just realized I'm mixed pult. I didn't notice that until last battle. Thought I was special. Terra Steel. This Pult's gonna... I can sweep him with this Pult, potentially. With Spikes. What's up with Tingler, bro? Shit is ass. Why are we using Tingler, bro? I bet he's not even Cobra Cloak Garg. Do I need my Terra on anything else? What am I Terra Dark here? Gastrodon's core purpose shuts Rotom all the way down. Spikes up Meowscarada upon clicking. Meowscarada, Rocks plus Meowscarada is a freaking bloodbath. What am I, Terra? Oh, if I'm Terra Grass, oh yeah, it's a true bloodbath after rocks. 2-hit killing every mon on his team most likely. Then you add spikes on that? Oh, it's not even right. It's not even right. So, what I'll do, let's do my worst case. Like his worst case is staring down Scarlet. Let me see if Mia one-shot Cinderace. If it does, then I'll lead it and kill a Cinderace. Scarlet. Oh, your choice, man. I doubt it knocks Cinderace out. Oh, you offensive pivot. Knock off. It can kill it. But, so what we're going to do is phase 1 rocks. I didn't expect backs. This is perfect, though. Let's find out if he's Covert Cloak Goldengo. So he Galv rushes, which won't knock me out. So this is perfect. This is literally, when I talked about how he was weak to, it's probably gonna hard switch out here, but I get the recovery off. So I'm guessing the Cinderace is packing Gunk Shot. Otherwise, this made very little sense. Okay, perhaps not. It's probably just guard fodder. I don't think it's Covert Goldie. I've just noticed a lack of usage in Covert. Yeah. Like I told you guys, people have been sleeping on Garg as if Garg ain't that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like as if Garg ain't that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like Garg ain't that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, always Gargantically air to cover for both U-turn and high jump kick. The problem is Garg can always protect, and that's probably Choice Scarf Goldengo. And you don't know which turn I'm gonna protect versus hard switch. And so all of your grass resist. Cinderace is the last one left. After this Cinderace takes a hit, I'm just gonna Flower Trick, Flower Trick, Flower Trick, Flower Trick. So the problem with this is that 1, I'm stalling out your maker range. 2, you can't even double out. You can't even double. Can't even double out. You're staying in. It's like, okay, you're going Cinderace, bro. Okay, you're going Cinderace. My question for you is how you gonna take on this young Gastrodon? So we recover here because the Excalibur is the only one that would make sense. Yeah. Problem with Bax is that it has to Icicle Crash, and that's not doing shit to my Corviknight. Well, if he hexes the Corvi, it would. It's not the end of the world. As I said, Flower Trick. I want my rocks up so I can Flower Trick destroy him. What? He's adamant. Okay. Doesn't really matter though. That's a high roll. It has to be. Pressure. Icicle Crash has way too much PP. That's a high roll. I mean, he's super fairy weak, so I suppose I can just eat his lunch with my Meowscarada anyway. Even if I lose my Corviknight here. He's adamant. That did so much to me. Yeah, he's 3000% adamant. So if oh, that blows for you, my friend. Tinglu gives me rocks. I have Kablashi. I could Dragapult into. Hey, that's the risk you take, bro. Gotta raise Ice Shard. Tusk obviously is not gonna enjoy this. The beauty of it is that the Tusk being gone means Toxtricity. Oh, Toxtricity was already, but that you can't remove my item. So Gastrodono is gonna backs, yeah. Again, very obvious stuff, but there's no reason for me to overextend. Yeah, it was a high roll for sure. Guard can't get 2-hit KO'd. I don't want to catch this if I can. Though Guard just wins by itself. He can't kill the Garganticle. If I had a U-turn, I'd use it. Well, I suppose I could just knock. If he Tinglu's. Because I want to wrap this up in the shortest time possible, but I suppose there's no downside to Polting. I forgot I was physical. I was mixed rather, because I was thinking, well, I don't want to miss the Draco Meteor, but I'm mixed, so goes to Polt. I mean, he sacks the back Scarlet, which is a guaranteed loss now because your Scarf Gold ain't go 3,000%. So you can think about going for Trick Choice Scarf on my Gastrodon. That would be handsome for you. Problem is, I'm not gonna go to my Gastrodon. I'm gonna go to the lowest value Pokemon here, which is my Toxicity. And so now I have a Choice Scarf, and you don't want these problems, because now you're gonna go to your Tinglu, and I'm gonna go to my Meowscarada. Even if he doesn't switch out here, it wouldn't have mattered, because I knew if he stayed in, he had to go for Shadow Ball. And the beauty of this is I get to go for this young knockoff, and you're done for this time. Even if you went to Tinglu, what's Tinglu to a Meowscarada? Huh? What is Tinglu to a Meowscarada? Nothing. He's nothing to me. So, you know, just having a little fun with this. The meta is a bit more stable, so it's harder to, like, once catching me off guard, I've always said is the biggest asset a person can have. Even if it's not that great a team, like if it's a standard team, it's gonna be a very hard fight, unless your matchup is just incredible. But if you have like something that, yeah, I know I'm gonna get Jam's ass with this, then you have a very decent chance. Probably because even if it's a surprise, it has to be like a game-winning surprise, sort of like the Quiver Dance Volcarona with the sub Giga Drain yesterday, where it's like no matter what I do, I can't outplay it. But if it's one of them surprises that you reveal that turn 2 and gives me room, okay, well, I can solve that, then it's not gonna work. It's gonna be, not to say I can't lose, but it's not gonna be simple. It's not gonna be easy for you. I'm not gonna let it be easy for you, you know. Similar to last game, Polt eats his lunch, you know. Just eats his lunch. Especially because Gambit is likely going to be their initial switch, and you don't want these problems with this Will-O-Wisp. As I said, Garganical, the respect in this tier that Garganical has lost is freaking insane. Insane. It's unacceptably insane. Meowscarada would be baiting in Volk. If I tricked the Volk, is Volk that big a deal for me? I mean, I'd prefer to not be choice banded in this game. Truth be told to you. Polt doesn't make a lot of sense, but at the same time, I don't think most of what he has guards well. So I'm looking to sit with Garg. I don't think anything has Covert Cloak. The only thing that can force my Garg out is Gambit. I might burn the Gambit early, depending on how he plays, but I'm assuming it's gonna be a Terra Garg, and I'd be very careful around that Volcarona. But if it's Will-O-Wisp, then I have my Gastrodon. So what we'll do is phase 1 is gonna be Garganical. Great Tusk, I figured was an option, but I'm not overly concerned about the Tusk because I have a Corviknight. His Headlong Rush is interesting. It means he's offensive. Excellent. So this is phenomenal. This is a phenomenal start. This is a phenomenal start. It's a complete waste of a Great Tusk, truth be told. This was not a good... this was not an ideal situation for the opponent as far as solving the problem. Now, there are a couple problems here. He could be Specs Fire Blast. I mean, he went fairly confidently in the Hydreigon. He could just be Fire Blast period and have it. And for Iron Valiant, this is my soluciones. Gastrodon is fairly obvious. And what I'm afraid of is a nasty plot. Meowscarada is Meowscarada / Dragapult are my most ideal switch-ins. So I suppose if things gets out of hand, I'll just give up my... Like, if he nasty plots, I'll just give up my Toxicity and body him with my Polt. Or body him with me. No, I'll go Polt instead. Alternatively, I could just U-turn out if he tries to nasty plot. I won't die. What would I get the roost back on? Okay, thank goodness he did some dumb shit like that. No, kidding. That wasn't dumb shit. No, I'm lying. It was. Nah, it wasn't. I just did not expect that shit just now. His Gambit is an issue. I'd love to Will-O-Wisp, but if he leaves this in and just attacks me, it's just not worth the risk versus reward. Isn't there? Gambit actually offensively is a huge issue for me. Excellent. Psyshock. I doubt Psyshock can kill my Toxicity. Boom Burst should one shot with the wise glasses. I don't want Overdrive too. I don't think. Oh yeah, I don't. Yeah, I was gonna say Psyshock is unstabbed and weak. So Valiant's gone, which means I can lower the value on my Corviknight now, and Toxicity was already mid value, so that was a phenomenal trade. So what does that open up now? That opens up the ability to click that Young Dragon move. Very interesting switching, considering you don't deal well with, well, I don't have body press, so, and he hasn't terrored yet. So what would he do here? Let's say worst case scenario, he Iron Heads for some godforsaken reason. I mean, that's a horrendous decision though. I can get him choice locked. I'm in a good spot, but I have to give up Meow Scarlet. You always sucker here, but I feel like he's not gonna sucker, which is a horrendous decision. I mean, just talk about horrendous decisions. This is it's a tough spot because I don't want Volk coming in because I get absolutely no value. But the way he played his Gambit just now, like if he goes into Volk, it's not the end of the world. Tusk, excellent. If he went to Volk, if I potentially got burnt, I'd just trick my choice band away. This can go a multitude of directions. Multitudes of situations, multitudes of directions. It could be Giga. What we'll do is hard Garg first. Whatever his Terra is, he'll use it here. But let's say it's Giga Drain. And I Terra Fairy. That's not gonna leave me in an ideal spot. It's ground. Very interesting. Very, very interesting stuff. What is this? Okay, let's see if he has a probably isn't wise to go hard Gastra in case he has like something. So it's Terra Blast ground. Yeah, this was a dumb play for me. That was a very stupid play by me. I don't know why I didn't expect it to have Terra Blast. But yeah, we'll Terra Water here so we can survive the hit and Brave Bird. That was a stupid play by me though. You never hard switch. You hard switch into Meowscarada there to cover for that. What's the Dragon Ball? I'll just Brave Bird. I don't even know what the fuck to expect from young Polter here. It looks like it's physical. If it is, it can't kill me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 20. I gotta recover here. If he fucking, he can't get the luck again. I can't have him. Garg is my only way to answer this beast. And so now Meowscarada can come in and do what Meowscarada does. Gastrodon can come in. What's his face can do what he does. I'm not gonna go Poke because if he goes hard Gambit, I'm in a bind. So where U-turn would be blessed. We're just gonna play rough here. If he goes Gambit, it's over to Dragapult. So it leaves the Hydreigon in. Then he goes Gambit. Bro has truly lost the mind. No, he hasn't lost his mind. I mean, he has to sucker. I don't know why I didn't factor in the fact that he could just King's Gambit me. Let me count this. Like I literally did not factor the fact that I completely, in fact, forgot about because he's not thinking about my Dragapult being able to do shit to him. So he's 3,000% sucker punching. So it's far from like over anything, but I'm not respecting the fact that King's Gambit can just sucker punch me. So let's say +4 Allies Fainted Sucker Punch to Meowscarada. Am I missing something? Sucker Punch is 41 to 48. Get rid of this calc. 4 Allies Fainted. Make sure this is right. 0 Allies Fainted. Let's see what the roll is on that. 35 to, so 4 Allies Fainted. Sucker Punch. Yeah, it is right. So I should never die here. Ah! So he sucker punches you every time, obviously. Now he suckers again. Oh, he doesn't sucker again. That's whack. Do I? No, I don't trick here. You cannot be serious, dude. You cannot be serious, bro. Oh my fucking god, dude. I might win still. How, dude? I just... You cannot be serious, bro. Alright, so that's where we're gonna end the game. I don't know what the fuck's been going on. If you notice, all my lives thus far with the with this account, right as we were about to win the last game, some shit like this happened. How, bro? How you miss 2 players and get flinched? And even with the luck, we outplayed. Alas. But it is what it is. I'm very surprised he went for Kowtow on my Dragapult, considering, well, I guess he didn't. He saw the heavy duty boost, so he assumed the Will-O-Wisp. Because if I fire move there, he died. But yeah, Garg was a champ there. Garg took the Iron Head like a fucking champ. So if I Salt Cured there, Salt Cure was burning to protect. And we saw how much the Dragapult did to me before. So I actually still would have won that game, even after all that. But alas, if we had U-turn, I suppose. But would U-turn work? Yeah, it would work, because Sucker Punch goes first. But yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed. I sure didn't. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.